Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto and welcome to our auction purchase walk around of a 1990 Mitsubishi Pajero turbo diesel 4-wheel drive long wheelbase 4-door. Now these are kind of unicorn cars. They don't come up at auction that often and they're getting to the point to be pretty rare even though they were common when they came out. It's kind of like Mitsubishi's answer to the Land Cruiser, but obviously it's not a Land Cruiser. You can see it's made by Mitsubishi. This one here, 150,000 kilometers, 1990, was bought from auction. It's going to be exported to the USA, and it's going to be lovely there because this is one of the best ones that I've seen with some really cool and unique features. And so let's take a look at the vehicle. First off, it's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder diesel with turbo and intercooler. You can see that intercooler right on the top, fed in by an offset intercooler duct on the hood. Very cool looking. This engine's the same as in the Mitsubishi Delica. They're known to be quite reliable, not super fast, fairly good on gas, but you don't have very many options when it comes to 4-cylinder diesels in a vehicle like this, and so it is a unique thing to have. Okay, not much to say about the engine. The oil looks to be okay. It in fact looks pretty good. The coolant was rusty though, so that's going to need to be changed. It did have a little bit of a shock seeing the rusty color in there because of course you don't want chocolate milk. It isn't chocolate milk color, which would signify a head gasket possibly being blown, but no, it looks like it's fine. It just doesn't have any coolant in there, which is a little bit weird. It has just water, which is okay for most of Japan because it doesn't get down below freezing in many areas here in Japan. And so I think the person just decided to run just water. Okay, you're going to lower the hood here. It'll require 2 hands because I'm not that strong, so just give me a sec. You get to have some tire time over here. And who doesn't like tire time? Okay, we'll look over the auction sheet in just a sec. But before that, just look at this. It is awesome. This is the first time that we have bought one with the 4 doors. We bought a number of the 2-door ones, but the 4 doors, pretty uncommon in this day and age. All of them either rusted away or got exported. See the Japanese plate on there? This is the old style plate. Notice the 57. New plates have 3 digits there. So kind of cool to have the old style. Kind of sad we have to hand that in when we export the car, but such is life. Okay, so auction sheet. This is the inspection sheet given to us at the time of purchase. The windshield's up pretty tall, so I'm going to do it inside the vehicle, and then we'll do outside an interior check over. Okay, so 1990 Pajero 2.5 liter. Where does it say it? A diesel. It doesn't say turbo on it, but it is a turbo. Auction grade 3.5 interior C, and I think that they're being pretty strict with this. Now, for a car that's 25 years old, it's almost impossible to get the next level up for. But sometimes you'll see a 3.5 with an interior B. This one's interior C, I think because of a rip in the seat. But the interior looks really nice and really clean. And there are secret Audi floor mats in the back. So I'm going to show you those. Hey, what's this? Looks like an armrest on the outside. Don't get too many cars with outside armrests on the back seat. And you can see the Audi floor mats. Yeah. Okay, so the seller said this car comes with a total collection box. That's for Japanese highways. This is the first time at auction, and it still has current registration. That's why you had the plates on there. It expires in 2017. It's a 7-seater model, so 3 rows, and you actually get a lot of space in the front row and the middle row. The back one's kind of for babies. Well, babies, when this came out, it was okay to throw your babies in the back. In fact, here's a little fun tip. I guess it's not that fun. It's more disturbing. But in Japan, so many kids, like 80% of them, jump around in the back with no seatbelts on, and that's legal. So beyond me why they do that. Must be parents that don't like their children very much. Anyways, on to the inspection, and notice it's short. That means it's going to be in good condition. So interior dirty, underside one part has mild surface rust, driver's seat ripped, which isn't that bad, and exterior has some paint fade, which is a little bit bad in some areas. So take a look at the sheet here. Paint fade, paint fade, paint fade on these ones. And then the doors have been repainted, and so they're not as, that's what W2 means, they're glossier than the rest of the car, which is a little bit of a shame, but most Pajeros have rusted away, and this one has no rust on the body, almost no rust on the underside. Really great. It deserves 2 thumbs up. Here's my other one. Okay, windshield rock chip and some slight scratches on the roof and some unclear paint on the door on the right side here with some scratches on the back corner blocks that are made out of rubber. Okay, put this back on the windshield and we'll look at the vehicle. And look at this windshield, it's completely flat. That's lovely. I'm going to see how many times I can say things that are lovely in this walk around. Okay, bumper guard is lovely. Fog lights are lovely. Side skirts are lovely. Wait, running boards. I'm already bored of that game. Okay, so notice the doors, they're most apparent on this side. And then the paint fade that's on the front is mild, but it's noticeable. Back door swings open. And I have to say, of all the Pajeros, this is my favorite generation because it's the most utilitarian and has the best seats out of any Pajero ever. So good approach and departure angles from this, I would say. It does have selectable two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and a low-range gearbox. Oh, and something that I didn't really mention that much, which makes this even that much cooler, is this is a 5-speed manual. And find a good 5-speed manual Pajero or Land Cruiser or any 80s, 90s Japanese 4x4 is really hard to do. And so, yes, very happy about that. Okay, grille guard is great looking with those lights in the middle. Circular lights with washers on them. Now I think that this generation started in 83 or 84 or something, so this is the last year of them, I believe, 1990. They're auto-locking hubs, not manual ones, which is a little bit of a shame, but if you're going to be hardcore off-roading, then you're going to change to manual ones anyway. It's a pretty easy conversion to do. Notice you have a cooler in here. See that? I believe that's for oil cooler. And see, you have independent front suspension here, and then solid rear axle. Now that's one of the reasons why people will choose these cars as being more of a soft road vehicle compared to Land Cruiser, which has front solid axle, at least in the older ones. But no, they do. Here we go again with the thumbs up. I should stop doing that. Places here so you can smoke inside the vehicle, but lucky this one has not been smoked in by the looks of it. Those are for opening your windows when it's raining so that the smoke can escape. Okay, best seats in the world. Basic door cars that have lasted, and so that's good. Instructions in Japanese for how to shift into four-wheel drive. And then check this out. Now, looks like a normal seat, right? Okay, you can even see a tiny little rip there on the driver's side at the bottom. Okay, now take a look at this. This is a sprung seat. It's like a bus seat. The whole seat goes up and down and you can choose soft or hard. Very cool. And this one actually works. The old Land Cruiser ones break after like 10 years or 15 years. This one still works. Very cool. Steering wheel's in great condition. Very, very 80s in here, which is new and hipster and cool once again. Hard to believe it's 150,000 kilometers on this vehicle. Great condition. Okay, a bar to hold on to when your friend's driving too fast. Look at this. The AC works. This is cool. Tape deck, treble, mid, bass, balance, fade, all analog, adjustable. Neat. Loud, light, CD. Oh, with an auxiliary in. Wow. So you could actually use your iPod if you wanted. This is my wife. Sorry, hon. You can even put your iPod in here if you have iPod 5 or older. Okay, correct amount of pedals there. A nice tidy floor with fake carpet. It's these rubber sheets are super popular in Japan. A little bit of rips in there. Didn't notice that earlier, but I do now. Oh, this seat is so fun to bounce on. Look at that. And so it tells you inside-outside temperature in the first one. This one here is you're about to fall off a cliff. This one here is how high of a cliff you're about to fall off of. Okay. into the back seats. So power windows for front and back. You get your own little AC controls for the back over here. Nice small seats for the front so they don't take up that much room. Back seats are tidy and good. And then in order to get into the third row, you pull this. You can do it one-handed. I love that. And then pretty easy to get into these back seats if you want to. If you don't want to, you can fold them up against the side windows to make it a loading area. Now this one here, as far as I can tell, does not flip forward. Oh, it does something weird there. Yeah, some way to fold that up, but I don't know. So, something for the buyer to experience. Into the back here, and something pretty amazing in the back. Look at this. Okay. Ready to see amazingness? There's a rear radiator here, so that you don't have to wait for the heater from the front to come into the back. Very cool. And then, like I said, these seats will fold down like this and then across like this, so that you can have from here, it's probably about 140 centimeters to that one, and then that one can move forward on the rails as well. So a good sizable area in the back there. And the looks that are, I guess, similar to a 70 series Land Cruiser, and so that's really nice. Very boxy, diesel-y. Really like the looks of this car, and seems to be in really good condition. So I'm glad that we could get this one with 5-speed manual, turbo diesel, 2.5 liter Mitsubishi Pajero, 150,000 kilometers, grill guard and fog lights, and awesomeness. So hope you enjoyed this walk around. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.